forget. You talk too much, you even worry my pet. You just talk too much.
The views expressed on the following broadcasts do not necessarily reflect those of KHLT, Take 12 Radio, or our affiliates. The opinions on this show should not be considered as medical, psychological, or professional advice and are those of the host, co-host, and guest. Take 12 Radio and KHLT Recovery Broadcasting are not affiliated with any particular 12-step fellowship.
When the static of life fills your brain and the world seems a little too insane, just twist that dial, don't hesitate. There's a haven where good vibes await.
That's right.
Tune in and Take 12 for some joy and cheer. It's the sound of hope coming in crystal clear. Recovery talk, the music so grand, a beacon of light, a helping hand.
Well, greetings one and all, and welcome to another fine episode of the Take 12 Recovery Radio Show with Dion Miller, my co-host from Raw Recovery and Trudging Together. Our intern, Kat, is in the studio joining us this week. Roger is out gallivanting the countryside. The topic this week is valid complaints. Are there even such a thing as valid complaints? We're going to talk about that. Of course, we have the Take 12 Recovery Radio Make-Believe Orchestra, the weekly wine, and some other goodies coming up on this episode of the Take 12 Recovery Radio Show.
For some joy and cheer, it's the sound of hope coming in crystal clear. Recovery talk and music so grand, a beacon of light, a helping hand.
That's right. That's right. We are back. We have been gone for a few weeks, and we're back in the studio. Kat, welcome back, and Dion, welcome back. Thanks for putting everything on hold for us. So the Monty Man was. Is that considered talking in third person?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that's a whole schizophrenic thing, right?
It's okay. It's cool now.
So the Monty Man and his wife went to Las Vegas, not to play. First time in Vegas ever.
Okay.
And went to Las Vegas to take the 12-step message, or help take the 12-step message to the Salvation Army in Vegas. Then drove back to Albany, Oregon, dropped off my wonderful wife, and then I drove to spend a couple nights here, and then drove down to Stockton, California, and did the same thing at the Salvation Army in Stockton, and then was there a week, and then drove a little further down to Fresno, California, and did the same thing at the Salvation Army down in Fresno, which was really cool because we were able to do what Dr. Bob and Clarence Snyder and the boys did by taking these folks through the 12 steps in 3 days, watching a miraculous change in their lives and in their heart. And by the end of the weekend, well, the beginning of the weekend, they were all skeptical. It can't be done. It can't be done. My sponsor says I got to spend a year on my 4th step and blah blah blah. And so we said, well, what? Okay, well, we're gonna prove to you it can be done, and it may just change your life forever. And wow, did it ever! And so there were sponsors that actually showed up too that were very skeptical, and they were like, wow. And so we this is what we hear every time we present this. Why didn't anybody tell us that? Well, it's not because they're mean or they don't like you and they want to lead you astray. It's because they were taught wrong.
That's right.
Their heart's in the right place. They were just taught wrong. And so now you have it the way the founders did it. And yeah, it was very, very, very cool. But so really glad to be back. Really glad to be back in the studio. Okay, I'll leave that for the week. I'll leave that for this here in just a second. Dion, what's happening, man? How's the podcast and the daily stuff going for you over there on Trudging Together and Wrong Recovery?
Of course, I'm doing the daily trudge. That's without nonstop. The podcast, not so much. I've been working on my website. I put up a new website last week. It's still at trudgingtogether.org. It's still .org.
Okay.
But now I have a workbook on there. You can schedule one-on-ones with me. I have groups coming up. So I'm kind of shifting gears a little bit. And so I'm kind of working on that. What it is it's just peer-to-peer recovery coach kind of stuff. But, no government involvement. We don't take government money. We're staying away from that. We're going to be self-supporting through our own contributions. We're not here to make money. We're here to help people. So our prices are pretty reasonable too.
Yeah, because you got to keep the lights on.
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
It's hard for me to meet with you if I can't pay my Zoom.
Right. Trudgingtogether.org is the website. Do you have a new logo with the bird?
Yeah, that's for the Raw Recovery.
That's the Raw Recovery. Okay.
Yeah. So we have Raw Recovery, Trudging, the Daily Trudge, but everything falls under Trudging Together. I've been trying to simplify it because I think I'm confusing people. So, but we are moving forward. We got some great stuff coming up. And of course, I'm a regular here on Take 12, which I always look forward to. So.
Yep, indeed. Ooh.
That's really cool.
Ooh.
Thank you.
I got to get myself centered.
A little balance in your life.
Well, right on. Kat, what have you been doing the last 3 weeks?
I've been at work and just trying to save money, really. And I read some books.
Read some books? Okay.
Yeah.
That's still a thing, right? People still read books. It's coming. I think it's coming back. I think it's coming back.
Come back. Yeah.
I go to the library almost every week and I get some new books.
Yeah, what's interesting when I think about some of these movies over the years that have been made about the apocalypse and end time stuff, but even movies like the Planet of the Apes franchise and things, when they're stumbling across things of the past, one of the things that they find are old libraries that people have abandoned. It's like it's gone. There's no more history. There's it's kind of an interesting foretelling of events, but I think it's coming back. I think book reading is coming back. Hopefully, that'd be a good.
The kids have come up with the new generation has come up with a new thing. It's called raw dogging, and this is where
dogging?
you go. Yeah, it's where you go for a walk with no music or anything in your ears. You don't listen to anything. So yeah, that's.
Are you being serious right now?
I'm serious.
Do you know about that?
Yeah.
And they invented it too. Yeah.
Raw dogging. I'm glad you explained it because it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds horrible. That's why I gave the explanation. Absolutely.
So you go for a walk without any earbuds in your ears or anything. You just go for the walk.
That's right.
The idea is we're so
enjoy
used
the
to
view.
having background noise that it's like taking a break when you just choose to just be there.
I like that. I think that is very cool. Well, they're finding out more and more and more that earbuds, not these, but earbuds are very, very bad for you.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of even so I stopped wearing my Apple Watch. Right? I'll wear it. It's kind of dressy, so I'll wear it if we're going out to dinner or something like that, but I'm not going to wear it all day anymore because it's sending heavy metals and
Really?
I can't remember what they call it, but it's if you pull off your Apple Watch, as you're pulling it off slowly, you look at it, and there's a little laser light in there, and it's emitting stuff into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
That's how it reads you.
Yep, yep. And
Yeah.
so
No,
it,
thank
Weird
you.
as-
yeah. So I'm like,
No,
okay,
thanks.
if you maybe it's a conspiracy. I don't know why. What a conspiracy against the watch industry? But it's kind of creepy. So I'm not going to wear
Yeah.
it all the time.
You know what's really creepy about Apple Watches? So when you have like different apps in your phone,
Yeah.
they apparently share information with each other. So when you're wearing your Apple Watch, you're giving your phone like information about what your body is doing. And so now all those other apps can see it too.
Yep.
That is very
And,
true.
and you're going to get stuff in your email and text messages based off that data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Like if you're a little overweight, you're going to get like Exempa and things like that.
yeah. So we're sitting in the living room. We have an Alexa because we're too lazy to turn our lights on ourselves. Right. It's a sad state of affairs, I'll tell you. And so we're sitting there and we're talking about something, and I said, "Well, that's just not very nice." And Alexa comes out, she goes, "I'm so sorry if I offended you." And I,
Yeah.
what?
That DBT does that too. It'll apologize to you.
Oh my goodness! Hey, speaking of books, so coming up on the show on not next week, but the week after, Jonathan Harrison has a new book, and it's entitled "Alcoholics, Alcoholics and Their Enablers." Okay, discover the science behind lasting sobriety. Jonathan Harrison is his pen name. You call it pen name when that's really not their name. That's his pen name, and the reason it's a pen name is because he is literally he's concerned about his life being threatened because of things that he's exposing about ethanol. Yeah. So yeah, the stuff, the information. Listen, you don't have to be an alcoholic to figure out that alcohol has no health benefits for you at all.
You're correct. Yep.
And when the doctor says a little wine's good for the heart, he's talking about a half of a shot glass once a year. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not talking about a bottle of wine, ladies. And so, yeah, no, you can get the same great health benefits from grape extract, like the white grape juice and stuff like that. But there are no health benefits to alcohol at all, period.
None.
And once you know better, you should do better, right? And so this book sheds some light on some things. And because Jonathan Harrison, because the person who wrote this book, who's going by the pen name of Jonathan Harrison, is so concerned about threats on his life and personal anonymity, we will not be videotaping. It'll just be audio in 2 weeks.
Okay.
But but we'll still be on here when you guys sign on. We'll still see each other, but it'll only record the audio. So when we post it,
What was the name of that book again? I want to write it down because the fact that he needs to hide makes me very interested.
Yeah, Alcoholics and Their Enablers.
Okay.
Discover the science behind lasting sobriety. It is not out to the public yet. In fact,
Okay.
my copy here is not for resale, so this is the first printing or whatever. Because when I have authors on, I require that they send me the book or the manuscript,
Absolutely.
not just because I'm not going to print it out. I don't have that kind of money to spend all that ink. So because I need to mark it up and highlight it and refer to it. But anyway, that's going to be coming on.
Absolutely. Great stuff. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be it.
I can't wait to hear what he has to say. You know, I find that like when I'm down or depressed, even though
Yeah.
I have my Facebook ads set, I get alcohol ads. It's the only time it happens. If I
Really?
say I am depressed, I start getting alcohol ads.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
creepy.
when you get depressed, call me up and I'll hit you over the head with something. coffee cup or something. Okay, I got a giveaway for today's show. So I want you listeners write down this email right now. Go get a pen. While you're going to get a pen or a pencil or something like that, or texting your thumbs. While you're doing that, I'll explain what this is. So in honor of Charlie Kirk, Take 12 Radio is now supporting Turning Point USA, and which is Charlie Kirk's foundation, and we're giving away a Turning Point USA hat.
Oh, cool.
Right? It's hand embroidered. It's very nice.
Good looking hat.
And it's a smaller size, so if you have a big head, it probably won't fit you.
So no alcoholics.
Right. But the third email to say, I want my Turning Point USA hat. Now, if you intend on getting it and then burning it and posting the burning of it on Facebook, don't bother, please.
Yeah.
We don't have time for folks like that. Anyway, so if you'd like your very own brand new spanking new Turning Point USA hat, email us, say, I want my Turning Point hat. The email address is Take12 Radio, that's TAKE, the number 12, radio at Comcast.net. There you go, Take12 Radio at Comcast.net. Put in the subject box, I want my Turning Point USA hat, and make sure you leave your contact information. We need an address to send it to.
And don't send it 3 times in a row so that you're the third person.
Right.
You only get one email. Well, I'm an alcoholic. I'm already figuring out how to win this prize, even though I'm not allowed to. So no 3.
And you're right. No affiliation with KHLT or Take 12 Radio is you can't
get to win.
Do it. Okay, so let's see here. I think we have a weekly wine. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Oh, this is cool.
Pretty awesome.
It's time for the Mighty Man's weekly wine, where he whimpers and whines about things he has no power over.
Yeah, baby.
He complains about parking. He complains about the weather. He complains about poor customer service, the time of day, other people's issues, and the list goes on forever.
Forever.
Very relevant to this topic too.
It is relevant for today's topic. Yeah. It is time for the Monty Man's Weekly Wine, where I complain and whine about something I'm probably powerless over, just because I get to, and it's my show. So there. So here you go. Best Western hotels. I'm very disappointed in you. I'm a member. I'm a Best Western Gold member. I got my points that took me forever to. I still don't think I have enough points for a free night. Oh my gosh! So there's different, just like most motels have different levels of quality. I'll say that. I say that tongue in cheek. And so there's like Sure Stay. That's one of Best Westerns. That's like the bottom of the barrel, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of interesting name, Sure Stay. And then it goes up. There's different levels. So there's some Best Westerns that are really luxurious. You know, they you wouldn't know it, you know, until you checked in and they said, oh yeah, and we're gonna. Well, I'm really not even go there. But anyway, so because my pocketbook can't afford the luxurious I mean, if I'm just spending the night and I'm passing through, hey, you got a homeless camp nearby? I'll snuggle up with you. You know what I mean? I'm really not into paying any money. So I don't really care. But one thing I do need is I need a toilet that I can get up off of. Have you seen these things that are so low to the ground? Yeah. You open the bathroom door and you look at it and you go, you got to be kidding me. I can't get on that thing. I couldn't get off of it, so it's got to be an ADA room for me, which means I don't care about anything else but make sure there's a bar on the wall so I can get myself off these things. But they're just filthy. These hotels, they're old. They look new because they've done a facelift on the outside.
On the outside, yeah.
Yeah. But the carpet is stained. The room, they're supposed to be non-smoking rooms. The room, obviously, somebody smoked in it. And it just has bad body odor, and I would not bring a black light in and look at the sheets. I'd be afraid to. So one of the Best Westerns that I stayed at, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I've been driving all day long, and I'm going to sleep, and I'm all warm and cozy in my sleep. And about 3 a.m., the loudest thing I have ever heard in my life, this fire alarm, because there's fire alarm strobes and sirens in each room. Oh, my God. Right? Is like, those little alarm things you can buy for your window or your door? They got the high-pitched squeal. Multiply that by 5 million.
Yeah.
This alarm is so loud and the strobe is so bright, you don't know what's happening. Your body, if you're asleep, your body goes into shock. You don't know you're all discombobulated, right? And I'm looking around, I'm going, what's going on? And so, if you're not completely clothed, they don't care. They want you out of the room because you don't want to burn to death, right? Or whatever. But I'm like, I'm not doing that. So the thing goes on for a good 3 minutes. That is a long time.
That's a long time for that.
And then it stops. So I call the front desk. They go, yeah, we don't know why. Nothing's wrong. There's nothing going on. We have no idea. It's throughout the hotel. And I'm like, okay.
So it just went off randomly? There was no fire?
No. But that's not the end of the story. Oh, no. No. So my body recoils from the shock, and I get back into bed, and I fall asleep, and exactly 45 minutes later, it happens again.
Yep.
Woo, baby. And then one more time. 3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
Somebody put it in best mode or something.
Best Western Hotel on March Lane in Stockton, California. Shame on you.
And they're expecting people to sleep with this going on.
Well, here's the part that is my whine. If there's a glitch in the system, okay, I get it. The fire department was called. They did an inspection. According to the front desk, they found nothing wrong. Okay, sometimes things happen. But Mrs. Front Desk Lady, I would like to know if I could get a discount on my room because I was up most of the night.
Absolutely.
He goes, not a problem at all, sir.
Okay.
And she types in a thing, and then she hands me the receipt. And as I'm walking out the door, I look down, and you know how much she gave me off of my room?
$5.
Well, close. $10.
Wow.
$10. And the breakfast that you get for free, don't eat it.
Here we are back to the sausages.
Oh, we're back to the sausage, the deep fried sausages. Oh my gosh.
I still think of that story.
And then on the way home, I stop in Redding, California at the Best Western, and it's like a Starbucks. There's a Best Western on every corner. So everyone I go to is the wrong one. Nope, they're over there. I go over there. Nope, they're over there. Nope, they're over there. And so finally I find the one, and it's a sure stay. And listeners, also, do not go swimming in those disease-infested jacuzzi things.
No.
Public jacuzzi doohickeys. But anyway, yeah. So there's my weekly wine. The other part, and this isn't a wine as much as it is an observation. So when I was in Vegas, never been to Vegas before, unless God calls me to do some work there again, I have no desire to ever return.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how people work the night shift without losing their eyesight.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
It's have you ever been to Vegas?
I've never been to Vegas.
It's you've been there, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been there.
Isn't it overstimulation?
It is. And it's 24 hours a day overstimulation. I mean, you'll go to bed and you can still hear the slot machines. They push that sound in there, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
And they actually filter that into your rooms and stuff. It's too much for me.
And if you want to go see a show,
but every time I was there, I was drinking. So I mean, the fun factor.
A lot of good memories.
Yeah.
If you want to go see a show, you got to pay anywhere from $20 to $100 for parking, an hour.
Yeah.
And then you go to the show. But you got to walk through casinos to get to the show because they want you to spend your money. It's a smart marketing thing, right? I mean, I get it.
It's
but
like phone games.
It's like what?
Phone games.
Phone games.
Designed to just be that overstimulating.
Yes.
Make you spend all your money.
Make you spend all your money. Yeah, yeah. We did go to a buffet. For three of us, it was $120. And the food was absolutely horrid. I mean, it was horrid. It was just...
Well, and Vegas has really changed from my understanding. You know, you used to be able to go to the buffet for $5.
And it was good food.
And it was decent food, too, yeah. Now... my understanding, people aren't even going to Vegas. It's kind of empty. So.
Well, it wasn't empty while we were there. I'll tell you, it took us an hour to drive the strip.
Yeah, so the news is lying.
Yeah, well, I don't know though. It may be cut way down from what it was. Yeah, but it was like I don't know how people that work, especially work the night shift. I don't know how they don't do damage to their eyes. I mean, my eyes hurt. By the time we got done at the end of the show, I was like, man, my eyes they ache. It was just
too much neon.
Too much Dion? Is that what you said?
Neon.
Anyway, there's my weekly wine. Let's close that out, and then we'll get to our topic here. Bring it on there, young lady.
Where he whimpers and whines about things he has no power over.
That's right.
Goes on forever.
Okay, you know what that's from? You know what TV show?
It's a TV show. I can't remember which one though.
It's a game show.
Yeah, it was a game show. Was it? It wasn't Press Your... No, I can't remember which one, and I don't want to spend 2 minutes, guessing.
Okay, it was the dating game.
That's what... Okay.
Yeah, the dating game. That was Spanish Flea.
Mm-hmm.
From what was it? Was it the Tijuana Brass? I can't remember the guy's name.
I don't remember it.
But anyway, yeah. So that's it. Okay, valid complaints. Now, according to Roger McDermott, our other co-host, there are no valid complaints, or at least he said. People will ask him, "Hey, Roger, how you doing?" And he'll say, "I have no valid complaints." It's a really cool response because, especially you, Dion. When somebody asks us how we're doing, if we say fine, then they make an anagram, not an anagram. They make a, what is it when you take the first letter of a word?
Three letter. It's a TLA. 3-letter. Now I just have anagram in my head.
Not an anagram, but
I know it'll come to me.
Yeah. So frustrated acronym. Yeah. They'll make an acronym out of it, and tease you about it. Or if you say I'm doing really good, they'll go, "Yeah, are ya?" or whatever. But so I came up with people say, "How you doing, Monty?" I'd say, "Chipper." And what are they going to do with that? There's not a whole lot they can do with that. But I like what Roger's response is I have no valid complaints. That does not mean that we don't whine, obviously. Hello.
That whole segment.
Right. But are they valid? And if they're valid, what makes them valid? What validates the valid? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so what do you guys think? Do we ever have a valid complaint? And if so, how does it become valid? What makes it justifiable?
Yeah. Is it the complaint that makes it valid? Is it the action that makes it valid? Yeah, I would have to kind of agree with Roger. I don't know that there really is many legitimate complaints. Now, I may have a complaint, but it really depends on the situation. Am I searching for a solution to this complaint, or do I just want to whine about it to the world so that my friends will be like, "Yeah, you're right. That just isn't cool," you know? So really, what are we trying to get to? What's our intention behind that?
What's the end game?
Yeah.
So let's pick on Best Western Motels for a minute,
Okay.
So what's my end game there? Do I have one? Yes and no. When I do the Monty Man's Weekly Wine, it's tongue in cheek. It really is.
For
Will I
fun.
stay at a Best Western again? Probably. The price was right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you have points.
And I got one more point, and you get to sit in the jacuzzi. Yeah, right. I don't know. Maybe I won't. When it's my dime and I'm really watching my pennies, and the room is $90 versus 260 because the other room is newer, or maybe the alarm system works right. I don't know. $90 looks pretty good versus the other one. So what's my end game? Do I want people to be careful about these Best Western motels, at least the lower standard ones? Yeah, I kind of do. I really do. I think it's important that people know. So it's like we need to let people know when something's going wrong. You know what I mean? And that's a health issue. Now, if I'm whining because I've had some, like the salad bar sloth, which is my favorite one that I did years ago. The guy in front of you that is taking forever to put his salad together, and he thinks he's Picasso with his lettuce, right? That just irritates the dickens out of me. Does it turn into a resentment? No, because I get to sit at the table and complain about it to my wife, and she'll look at me and go, "So, what does that amount to anything at the end of the day?" And we all get a nice laugh out of it, right? Is there an end game there other than whining? Not really.
No.
Not really. So it's really not a valid complaint. So I complain a lot. I'll admit it. Ask my wife.
And I think driving's a good example of this. You're on your way home from work, 45-minute drive, everybody cutting you off, this, that. It makes you angry. You let it get to you. You start to take it personally. You get home, and then you spend the next half hour talking about it even more. Now you spent an hour and a half complaining about a driver and just wasting your day. So I feel like when Roger is saying I don't have any valid complaints, he's saying I'd rather live in balance and have my serenity. Thank you. I think that's what he's kind of going for.
I think you're right.
That. Yeah.
I think I get a good laugh out of sharing driving incidents, like when people honk at me at a stop sign and it's like, "Hello, there's a stop sign."
You're not moving fast enough or what?
Yeah, so I'll stop at a stop sign and then they'll honk at me for stopping.
For stopping?
Yeah.
You took the full 3 seconds.
So I think the end game of complaining about that is laughing about it as we just did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I would I suppose people would in the way things are going today, politically and worldwide affairs and things. I would suppose that there would be a lot of people justifying what they would consider as valid complaints.
Sure.
But even in the worst of things, right? Let's use this example. The hostages that have just been released. They have been released, haven't they? It's more than just.
From my understanding, yes.
Yeah, because at one point it was they're being promised to be released. And I thought, well, until they're released, they're not released, right?
Correct.
Okay, I believe they are now. So the way some of them, because some of them were not released because they were killed. And so they're releasing their remains, but they were tortured. And
Yeah.
do we have a valid, as Americans, not as people in recovery or anything, just as human beings, as Americans, do we have a valid complaint against the enemy of the USA and others for torturing and killing these people? Is that a valid, would you consider that a valid complaint?
And that's such a tough one because there's morals and ethics and things that come on. There again, I think it's the intention. Are we seeking revenge or are we seeking God's justice?
I think it's valid, not really as, I mean, as an American, sure, but also just as like a human being. We don't like to see other people hurt, and it's valid because we just we want to do what we can to stop that from happening again, you know?
Right. So there's probably a difference between complaining about something and having a discussion about it, right?
I would agree. You know, Colorado's, you know, we're dead last in recovery services, and I speak my mind quite often.
Yeah.
I'm opinionated, a little bit
You're sure.
salty. You know,
Me too.
but there's ways to do that. So I report things in Colorado all the time. And, you know, there's a certain way to do that. And I think somebody kind of brought it up. It isn't so much that somebody did something to me as much as I saw what you did to me, and I'm not going to let you do it to the next person. And so I think there's a valid complaint when it's going to affect the next person. I'm kind of big on that if a problem is presented and put in front of me, even though it might not be my problem, then I might need to do something about this. That God is saying, hey, Dion, I need you to speak up here. I need you to do something. So, and that's more advocating than it would be on this topic, though.
Interesting. So, do you guys have an example of a complaint that you feel justified in and that is valid and is not a resentment, but is just a point of contention with you?
You want to go first, Kat? Because I got one.
I think I've got one. It's a little less serious.
Okay.
Okay, so, I mean, AI is a new thing, right?
Okay.
Well, I mean, cool tool, I guess. I don't like how it's everywhere. And that would be okay if it wasn't replacing the tools we already had. For example, if I go online, I'm trying to find real images of something. Well, AI results have replaced all of the results, and I think this is a valid complaint because we do have the means to change it, and also, like, it's taken away a tool that we had in replacement for something I don't necessarily want to use. I mean, I think we should have the choice as to whether or not we want to see AI results.
Yeah. So if I type in, show me a picture of a zebra, right? It is more than likely in today's world that AI is going to create a picture of a zebra according to its lens that it's seeing it through, and it's going to give me that, right?
Well, I think what's happening in the case of like a search engine is you're searching, and then Google's going to show you a bunch of AI results from different websites. So it's like the
Right.
websites are creating them, and then so you're seeing it from like-
different. Yeah. So if I put in a graphic, if I type in guitar, PNG, that means I want a guitar that has no background to it, right? It's transparent, and I can use it in like on this show or something like that. But you're right. I'm going to get page after page of guitars, and some of them are going to be WBs, and some of them are going to be JPEGs, some of them are going to be GIFs, some of them are going to be PNGs. Some of the PNGs aren't going to be real PNGs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be searching. But you're right. I'll get, and they're all, because on the right side of the picture, it'll have a link to the website it came from.
Yeah.
and it'll say AI.
Will it say AI?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't, but you can tell.
Yeah, well, if it's perfect,
Well-
like if the zebra has absolutely no flaws.
Yeah.
Or four toe, it has an extra leg or something,
I remember I was in church one time, and the preacher had like a PowerPoint, and he pulled up one of the pictures of a butterfly, and I'm like, wow, that image is not real.
That is not a real butterfly.
And I got a little distracted for a second. I was like, that is definitely an AI butterfly.
Right.
It was too perfect, too shiny.
So you get so it'd be nice if you got a couple of images and one said, "This is a real butterfly.
Yeah.
This is an AI butterfly. Which one would you like?" Right.
Yeah.
Now I noticed.
choices.
I noticed if I go to Siri on my phone and I say, make sure I'm not going to say it because she'll respond. I'll say, "Hey Fred, how much is gas in New Zealand?" Right? It'll come up and it'll say, "Would you like me to use ChatGPT for that explanation?"
No.
It'll give me the choice whether I want to use that or just regular search engine.
I think that's pretty great. Because, like,
So that's a choice. That's a good thing.
exactly. Yeah. I guess that's what I'm asking for. Because I think AI does have its place. I don't want to use it for every single
everything.
thing.
Yeah, for everything.
No.
I don't want it to. Well, and the problem with it is AI just tells you what you want to hear. I use ChatGPT to create my whole new website. So I had to let ChatGPT get to know me. I put in some stuff about me, things like that. I let it access my YouTube and things like that, so it got to know me a little bit. But then I hear people using AI and chat for things like therapy, which I think could be very, very dangerous.
So they're getting therapeutic advice from AI?
They're
Yes, in
calling.
fact, there are several recovery places that are replacing the 12 steps and stuff with AI.
Oh, that's scary.
It's very scary.
Really?
Yeah, there's no human. How can there be empathy? How can there be a thought process without the human condition in there? There's got to be flaws. That's why things are beautiful, because they are flawed. So, and that scares the crap out of me. It really does, because AI just tells you what you want to hear. It doesn't have anything else. So.
Wow. Huh. Okay. So is that part of your valid complaint, or did you have another one? Leon?
Oh, I have a bunch of valid complaints, according to me.
Let's hear it.
Like I said, there's a lot of things that. So about 4 or 5 years ago, recovery coaches in Colorado could start taking insurance, and I found my own. The place I was working for, they charged my Medicaid for supervision, which is illegal. It's Medicaid fraud. I'm an employee. You don't get to charge my insurance.
Right.
And I reported it. I reported it to the Attorney General. And sat down for an hour and a half with an officer, a director at the Attorney General's office. I did not speak with the Attorney General themselves. And they're like, "You have a valid complaint here." They also caught a bunch of other people in Medicaid fraud. I'm like, this is what's going on. And there were other things, but I'm not going to get into. He said, the next step is this. We're going to, my assistant's going to send you the information for my personal contact. and I never heard from them again. They act like I never made a complaint.
Of course.
3 months later, these people got caught in Medicaid fraud, $85,000 chargeback. Doesn't sound like much, $85,000, but when Medicaid pays $18 an hour, that's over 4,300 times in a year. Now we're talking about it. 3 months later, the Attorney General is endorsing these same people, and to this day, he endorses those people. So my valid complaint is the abuse in the recovery service with these government programs, and I believe that the government just needs to get out of recovery.
Yeah, and you are just so the listeners know, and go to trudgingtogether.org and go to Dion's Facebook page. You are very much what would I say, transparent about your views about the different aspects of the quote unquote recovery community and services, which
Sure.
I really appreciate about you. You're very bold about how you feel about all that. So you're telling me that you can go do your 40 hours and get your I'll just say Oregon, because I know Oregon's.
Okay.
So you do your 40 hours of training, in classroom training, and you get your peer support specialists. Let's say in my case, when I did it, was peer support / adult addictions. That was the category,
Yeah.
right? And then you do another set of time, and then you get by the Oregon Department of Health. They go through SAMHSA, and SAMHSA goes through them rather, and then they pick out who's teaching it, and then you get your certified recovery mentor certificate.
Yeah.
And so at that point, now this isn't even there's a term for it. It's not CADC, but it's almost a CADC, but it really isn't. It's part of the process. But so at the stage of I'm a certified recovery mentor, or I am a peer support specialist, I could actually charge insurance and get paid for that.
Yes. Well, you could.
This is in Colorado.
In Colorado, most of the major insurances will no longer cover recovery coaching. You're welcome. I got rid of that.
Because
no way.
Because there's this and bless their hearts, I know their hearts in the right place, but there's you and I we've all probably said it, those of us in the recovery community, at one time or another, after being in a meeting for 3 days, I want to be a counselor, right? Okay, great. I never poo-poo somebody's dream, no matter how immature or anything, but pump your brakes here. Right. So this guy has been sober for 6 months. Well, I think 2 years is the requirement, but who's telling the truth, right? So I've been sober 2 years, supposedly. I get my peer support specialist. Now I'm a certified recovery mentor, and I can charge your insurance and get paid for that. And I am no more qualified to be counseling you on trauma and, I may be qualified to take you through the steps. But there's other stuff going on in your life. I'm not qualified to be working with you, and I'm getting paid for it.
And that's what happens. And it goes a step further than that. What happens is some of these recovery coaches come into the AA rooms, and they say, well, I'll be your temporary sponsor. But once they get them alone, they're like, AA is a good program, but you don't really need it. What we're going to do is make you a recovery coach. And this person got 2 months of sobriety. Oh, you make a great recovery coach. But I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to make you the manager of a sober living. Okay? Then they go to do this job. You and I know what's going to happen. They're going to fail. They're going to relapse. Now they're a client. And that's called body brokering.
Yep. The cycle.
And they keep them in the system.
Yeah.
Now, in Colorado, recovery coaching, peer support, sober livings is nothing less than multi-level marketing. Everybody at the top is rich, and the people below them can't even make their house payment.
Right.
Wow.
And that's what we're seeing in Colorado.
Roger, if you're listening, I would say that's a valid complaint.
Yeah. So, and that's what I work on in Colorado. I'm a big advocate of
doing it right.
What we do is not easy. Absolutely is not. No. And we need these professionals. We need the professionals. We need everybody.
We need
So,
people that are doing it right.
correct.
There's a reason why there's a process for thing and education for things and experience, and there's a reason why valid CADCs have to have so many hours of supervised training and continued
600
education credits.
hours to start. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
that's a
there's a
good
reason
number.
for it.
Yes, very good. Because we want to know this is what you really want to do as part of the process. And there's a lot to learn in this field.
Yeah.
I've been working in this field 35 years. I don't know everything. I don't know everything.
So,
So,
when I did all my training and everything, and got some certificates to hang on the wall, whoop-de-doo, and somebody came to me and they're struggling in their marriage. I'm like, you know what? I'm not a qualified marriage counselor.
absolutely. No,
I
I'm
know
not.
I know a guy down the street down here. He's amazing. You need to be going to him.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly it.
You point them in the direction where they can get the help. But just because you haven't had a drink or a drug in a few years doesn't make you qualified to step into somebody's
It
life.
doesn't make, yeah. Well, a recovery coach is only as good as their resources on where they refer
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
You're only as good as that.
yeah.
And everybody's kind of do that. Everybody thinks they're the alpha omega.
Oh,
Oh, bring it. Oh, you're an alcoholic, you're addict, eating disorder. Well, we've got one size fits all over here, but we do it individualized because there's multiple pathways to recovery, and the whole thing's a sham
yeah.
because they don't even understand
Yeah.
multiple pathways to recovery.
No.
Multiple pathways to recovery are the doctors, the lawyers that send people to AA, Celebrate Recovery, and I'll even throw Smart Recovery, Wellbriety in there.
You're
But
going out
there's
of the
not
frame there,
50
buddy.
multiple pathways to recovery. There is not. There's 5. And they all involve God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what drive. Yeah. So okay. So you want to know? You want to hear mine? It's kind of in the same
Absolutely.
light. Treatment centers, residential, outpatient,
Uh-huh.
right? That they they present the step process to you as 12 suggestions. Right. And the biggest suggestion of all is, and you may want to make a spiritual connection with a power greater than yourself at some point, and then they never bring that up again.
Yeah.
When that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And their excuse is they can't be God specific because they're funded by the state or whatever.
That's
Okay, okay, but you're not God anything, let alone God specific. You're just saying, okay, choose a power greater than yourself. That's important. Okay, next step 4. Wait a minute. Whoa, we'll back up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so the biggest piece, see, here's the thing. You can't understand the solution to anything unless you understand the problem. And you can't understand the problem unless you understand the solution. And they don't want both.
No, they don't. Because then those people would get well and they can't make more money off of it.
And that's the secular
Yes.
treatment community. Now, the faith-based community, they understand the solution, but they don't understand the problem.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, folks.
That's why we need both.
Cat, I can see Cat's wheels are turning. She's going, what? So what are you thinking? Because you look like you're going, what is going on here?
I guess I'm wondering, like, what the solution would be other than making it God focused. What changes do you think they should make?
Because I understand, if they're funded by the government, I understand their hands are tied as
Yes.
far as being higher power specific. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's ridiculous, but I get it. It's not their fault. That's their hands are tied. But there is a way to because they're allowed to say higher power. They're allowed to say a power greater than you. My complaint is that they don't expound on that to help you develop your own journey. This is one thing that could be said. So when we get to step 3, Well, first of all, step two, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. So, okay, if we've established that, and I am on the same page with you on that, if you're my counselor or mentor or whatever, right? Then the next step is, who is that power? What is that power? Because I'm going to turn my will, that's me, and my life, that's everything else, over to its care.
Yes.
His, she's, them's, whatever, care, but something that's got to be greater than me.
Yes.
So it can't be a tree because you can cut down a tree. It can't be a doorknob because you can turn a doorknob, right? So it's got to be a power greater than me. So, but they won't even say that. They'll just say, go find one, and now let's go to the next step. Well, we can't even do the next step without a relationship with that power they're suggesting. So I'm suggesting that they be just a tad more specific about what do you mean by that?
They can't, because you can't transmit something you don't have, and that person doesn't have a higher power in their life.
And they don't have it because they went through the same treatment program, did an internship.
Because they're an alumni.
They're alumni.
6 months of sobriety, now working at the treatment center. That's why we need to have AA meetings in treatment centers. And unless it's drug addiction, then it needs to be NA. If it's eating addiction, it needs to be OA. So it is those people.
Different
That's
symptoms,
why we need
same
both.
solution, different symptoms. Yeah. Okay, so what we do at the Salvation Army is we go in there and we say, we're going to show you what, when it says we in the steps, who's it talking about? It's not talking about you and me. It's talking about the founders.
Yes.
Right? So
the first 100.
We made a decision to turn our will and our life over to the care of God as we understood him. So you say, because it's in italics, as we understood him, who did they understand him to be? So we say to you, even though they're not funded by the government, but we want to be very sensitive to people's individual ideas and rights and all that. Sure. We say to you, we're going to tell you who they understood him to be, and then you make the decision if you wanted to go down that path. Oh, okay, Monty, who did they understand him to be? They understood him to be the God of the Bible. That's who the founders understood him to be. We're not telling you you have to have a buy-in with that. We're not saying you have to agree. We're just telling you what they did. And if you want what they had, you may want to consider doing what they did. We're not saying you have to. See, now we haven't violated any laws. We've just told you the history of what that program was when it was the most successful. The program these treatment centers say is the cat's meow, but they won't even let you say what I just said. And yet that is not a violation of any state ordinances. It's just not. So that's the solution, is show them who this solution was, and then let them make that decision. But you can't tell them they have to, or it's part of their treatment. You just have to say, this is what the history books say. That's what I think, in answering your question. What is the solution?
I think it would help a lot of people if they would provide a resource like the history, or just like a place to discuss what someone's ideas of God might be. But it sounds like they don't want to touch it. It sounds like.
Well, they're running scared. See,
they're uncomfortable with the topic.
They'll lose their funding, right, Dion?
Well, you can't say certain things like God, but you can't say, power greater than yourself. It's why I don't take government money. I can't follow the rules.
Amen, buddy.
And recovery is cognitive behavioral therapy with God, which means there's a professional clinical component and a spiritual component.
Yeah. We're almost out of time.
Yeah. Flew by.
Man, I could go on with this forever, because I could complain forever,
This topic is way too interesting.
Yeah. Roger.
It is cool. I went to my orthopedic surgeon, and So Roger, I've stole your response on many occasions, and it's great. And the nurse, she's walking me back, and she goes, "So how's your day going today?" I said, "I have no valid complaints." And she stopped and went, "Wow, that is awesome." And then my doctor asked me, and I said, "I have no valid complaints." And he laughed. He goes, "I've never heard that. That is incredible." Now they say that. You know what I mean?
I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great conversation starter.
So Roger, there you go.
Thank you,
You know,
Roger.
I have a invalid complaint.
An invalid one. Okay.
Great example.
Okay, so sometimes when people are like, "Hey, how are you?" and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm good," and then they're like, "Just good," like
Oh, like it's not good enough, right?
I said, "I'm good. What do you want?"
Just good. Just good. How dare you be just good?
Why
That's
should
funny.
you should be in the mood I expect you to be in?
Yeah. Okay, I got one more. So while I was on my little 12-step tour thing, right? On a Wednesday, on October 1st, I turned 70.
Ooh,
Now, I'm on the road.
congratulations.
I'm on the road. 70 is a big milestone, I think,
Yeah.
right? And nothing from my family. No party, no dinner, no cake. You know, and so Marcia goes, "Well, you were on the road." I go, "But I'm home now." Right? I did. My wife did give me big old 70s blow up balloons. I think the 7 was actually an upside down L or something like that. And a beautiful card. And the coolest, oh, where is it? It's in the other drawer. You know, they're called minimal wallets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're protected so nobody can scan them. You know, they can't come up next to you and scan them. And then mine's an American flag, and you put your debit cards and stuff in there, and then you kind of fan them out when you. I had to get used to doing it, but it's so much smaller than a big old honking wallet. I got that for my birthday, and it was wonderful. But I was whining. I turned 70. Where's my kids? Where's my party? Where's my cake? I think that's about. Thank you very much.
That is it is valid.
I
Absolutely.
want a cake.
Ah.
Darn it.
I've just kind of accepted that people are not buying me a cake on my birthday, so I'm just gonna plan to get it myself.
Yeah, right.
I've just kind of accepted it.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's that. All right, closing thoughts. Kat, you first. Any closing thoughts about valid complaints?
I guess all complaints are valid if you think hard enough. I was trying to sound deep.
All complaints are valid if you think hard enough. Yeah, Roger. Wow. Dion, closing thoughts.
Pick your battles, man. Pick your battles. Your serenity and your balance needs to come first. I accept and I forgive other people for my own serenity, and that's why I do that. So
Well, that's really good. And you know what? I almost forgot to do this. I told you that I was going to spring
I've
some.
been waiting.
Yeah. So I'm going to go down a rabbit trail for a minute. I know we're over time, but that's okay. My show, my time.
Sorry.
So you said something very interesting the other day on your Trudging Together or one of your show things that you were
Okay.
doing. And I'm gonna quote this, and if I get it wrong, you can correct me. But it was something to
I may not even remember, but I will try.
oh, you'll remember this.
Okay.
You said, "I am not thankful for the roof over my head because other people don't have roofs over their head, and I won't be thankful for it until everybody has a roof over their head." Did I get that right?
I was talking about gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said you're not grateful for the roof over your head because there's so many people that don't have one.
It's hard for me to be grateful to have something other people do not have when I feel it's a need. If that makes sense. Because I feel like, okay, I'm grateful because I have food in my belly, but that guy over there doesn't get to eat.
So now you're no longer grateful for the food?
I am grateful for the food. It's hard to describe. I don't feel like I don't want to be, because there's the way I put it is this: you're either grateful for something or you have gratitude for something, and that's kind of the point I'm trying to get to. And we can be grateful for our roof over our head and put a Band-Aid on it, or we can go help somebody else out to help them get a roof over their head and have gratitude for it. That's kind of the point.
So isn't that 2
I'm
different things?
I think grateful and gratitude are two different things. Grateful is for the moment, and gratitude is a dividend for a job well done. And I would rather have gratitude in my life. It's the same concept of you can give a man a fish and he can eat for a day, or you can teach him to fish and he can eat for a lifetime. So what I'm saying when it comes to gratitude is I'm going to give them a fish while I'm teaching them.
Okay.
So they can eat and fish on a full stomach, and their odds go up. And that's kind of what I'm saying. So
your gratitude, I think I'm going to misquote this. I think it's in the NA program. Our gratitude speaks when we share the NA way, or something like that.
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying is grateful is a in the moment kind of thing, but gratitude is something that is not just an attitude; it's an action, because you're helping other people.
Because we have base emotions, and the base emotions are love and fear. Those are our base emotions. Anger and these other things are dividends to these
results
things.
Of all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So gratitude is a dividend to teaching a man to fish.
So God wants us to be grateful for more than just being pleased that we have something. He wants us to be grateful so we'll turn around and help somebody else so they can be grateful.
Absolutely. I call it double. Something good happens from God, double down on God.
Yes. Instead of forgetting about it, and then you don't get your TV show is preempted by the stupid football game, and then you're complaining.
That's it. Yeah.
That's another complaint I have. I do not like sports. So why are you forcing me to watch the Raiders battle the 49ers when my TV show's on?
I'm sorry.
I didn't pay for this. I want to watch. Kat, do you understand what I'm saying?
What, does it show up during the commercials? Or?
No, I mean, I've got a scheduled television show that I watch every week, right? And then this stupid game comes on, and it doesn't just come on one station. It's on every single station, and it's preempting my show. I did not ask for that. You are forcing football upon me. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, why is it on every station?
I don't know. I don't get that. It's like,
yeah, that's the part I don't get.
Go away.
It's because it's the Raiders. And
I don't make you watch Hallmark shows on every station. I just kind of told it myself, didn't I? I like Hallmark shows. Okay.
It's okay. I like Hallmark too.
When Shawshank Redemption was pretty much on 24 hours a day at one point.
All right. Enough of that. Our closing song is by Evie, and it is entitled Why Complain? Here's Evie.
Why complain about your clothes and your shoes? Why complain about your teacher and her rules? Why complain when so many have no home? Why complain when you have one of your own? Just be thankful for the good things that you got. Oh, be thankful for the good things that you got. The good things that you got are for many just a dream. So be thankful for the good things that you look? Why complain about the scolding that you took? Why complain when so many cannot run? Why complain when you're having so much fun? Just be thankful for the good things that you got. Oh, be thankful for the good things that you got. The good things that you got are for many just a dream. So be thankful for the good things that you got. Just be thankful for the good things that you got. Oh, be thankful for the good things that you got. The good things that you got are for many just a dream. So be thankful for the good things that you got.
All right, that's Evie. Thank you, Evie, and thank you, everybody, Kat and Dion. Listen, folks, our email address is take12radio@comcast.net. Use the number 12. If you've got a complaint, valid or not, we'll hear from you, and we may even read it on the air. All right. Until our next broadcast, this is the Monty Man, along with Kat and Dion and the rest of the Take 12 Recovery Radio family, and we are wishing God's perfect serenity for you. Ciao, baby.
Don't let the weights of the past keep you down. There's a melody here to turn it around. In each story and song you'll find a friend, a chorus of courage that'll never end.
This has been a broadcast of Take 12 Recovery Radio and KHLT Recovery Broadcasting.
This has been a Chicken and a Pig production.